have absolutely no idea how to say the name of the city I'm in. It's like 5 in the morning, waiting on George. As soon as he wakes up, we're gonna take off. Yes, oh yes, oh yes. God, I can't wait to get to Costa Rica. That's the hotel. I'm over here at the beach. We're gonna go check it out. The water here is rough. I mean, it's probably not good for swimming, and I'm not in the mood to swim anyway. Let's go check it out. So this is the Atlantic Ocean, more specifically the Gulf of Mexico.
With cash and gas.
Yeah? You like it there, dude? That's a good dog. It's a good boy. So before we came on this trip, put new tires on the car. It's ugly as sin, but got an oil change. It runs really good. And put the dash cams in, put an inverter in here. A couple of dogs, of course. But we've got this guy checking it out for us. A little low on oil, topped off the coolant. And we probably have 3, maybe 4 more days on this journey. There are random dogs everywhere here. I mean, everywhere. There's always a dog roaming around. Roads here aren't the best. They're pretty well maintained in places, and then in other places not so much. There's potholes everywhere. And so you think it's going to take 5 or 6 hours to get somewhere, and it winds up taking 8 or 9 or 10.
You never know.
I think this is the worst road we've been on yet. There's craters everywhere. These ain't potholes, they're freaking craters. Like a foot, 2 feet deep. Imagine hitting one of those at 60 or 70 miles an hour. So we just went through another checkpoint. This is the first time that they haven't stopped us to question us and search the car. That's happened 4 or 5 times already. And there's no, they don't ask. I mean, it's get the hell out of the car. And then they do a thorough inspection. They crawl up under your dash and start pulling bags out of the trunk and everything else. Get back. And there's nothing you can do. One of them had all my tattoo machines on the freaking road. And I was like, dude, like, those are expensive. But of course, you know, they don't fucking find anything. There's 2 guys on a road trip. And we explain ourselves, and we have foreign tags, and you know, probably look a little out of place. A couple words of advice for anybody that is thinking about making this trip through Central America by car. First of all, you need to know Spanish, or you need to bring somebody with you who does. Because if you don't, you're not going to have a clue in hell what's going on. You're not going to be able to read the signs. and you will get pulled over by the police. Now, we haven't been actually pulled over, but there are roadblocks and checkpoints all over the place. You will get stopped, they will have you pull over on occasion, and they will search the vehicle. And they do pretty much whatever they want. Now, we have dash cams. So usually they get started with a search, and then they notice that, and then they'll sometimes ask if it's a recording, whether it is or it isn't. I tell them it is. And then all of a sudden they wrap it up and have something better to do. The roads are not like the roads in America. I mean, some of them are, or United States rather, but some of them are quite nice, like this one. And you saw the other ones full of freaking craters. So, you never quite know what you're going to get. Dia 8 manejando. Chupacabra. Back. It's a zip line? Oh, hell no. Carrot. Hey. We don't drink pee. Quit doing that. That's a good girl. We are well over 1,000 miles away from the northern border, and this is by far the most scenic route we've taken. A lot of mountains, it's mostly jungle out here, very green, very dense, very rural. Crossing from the Atlantic side over to the Pacific side. We're about halfway there. Then we're going to follow the Pacific side all the way down. my legs have been absolutely torn up. There's little blood-sucking parasites here that we call in the United States no-see-ums. And they're tiny, they're about the size of a flea, you can't really see them. And then it takes a day or two, and then they welt up and they itch like crazy. And apparently this can, I mean, I'm talking about, it took all the willpower I had in my little body to keep from scratching all my skin off. The itch is so bad, like right there. And they say these can itch for up to 2 weeks, so if you're hanging out near the beaches, bug spray might be a good idea. This sucks. Here on the autopistas, it's just peaje after peaje after peaje after peaje. We've spent probably $30 on tolls just today, and we've not been on the road long, 2-3 hours. This is probably the 4th, maybe 5th one we've hit. Being searched again.
Estos son del ejército. Así ya nos han parado varios tipos de...
¿Cómo aparece en YouTube?
¿Qué?
¿Cómo aparece en YouTube?
Sí, sí, sí.
Una foto así que se vea.
Once again, more friendlies. They asked to look in the trunk. I got the dash cam on, and they were done right after that.
La que me pegué hace 2 días. I'm in the car with the AC on, still sweating. It is 97 degrees outside. 97. And climbing. So we just left another beach area called Coatzacoalcos, and now we're approximately 2 hours away from the Guatemala border. So fingers crossed we make it through today. We also have to pick up our deposit from the vehicle permit, which is no small sum. It's about $400. So we definitely have to pick that up. However, it's Sunday, so we're not sure if the bank's open or what, if we're going to be able to get it, or if we might have to stay here another night. That remains to be seen. And guess what? We are being searched again. For like the 6th or 7th time now.
¿Cuál? Pero es que igual están las cámaras de aquí, las cámaras de atrás y todo, todas esas no las podemos pagar.
Tres total.
Lo vamos a revisar, jefe.
¿Ah?
Nomás lo vamos a revisar.
Ah, ok. Están en vivo y eso, ya no, esas sí no las puedo pagar.
Sí, se baja, por favor. Que se
¿Perdón?
baje, que se baje, porque baje los perros, no para una chicadita.
Hey, take your dogs out, llegar al hotel porque están
Sí.
cansados.
Mi amigo cree que son enchiladas este.
Grabando todo el viaje, todos los...
Sí.
See what I mean? Here in Mexico, you don't have a choice. If they tell you to pull over, you're gonna pull over. So we're now about an hour away from Guatemala, and we have to go by the bank, or find one first of all, and go by, see if they're open so that we can get our deposit. They may not be. It's Sunday, and it might be after closing time by the time we make it up there. So if we have to get another hotel in Mexico for the night, cross tomorrow, then that's what we'll do. A la frontera con Guatemala ahora, 38 kilómetros. This is the vehicle permit that they give you when you drive a car into Mexico. And it cost me about $450, and then we should get all but 50 of that back as a deposit. However, the main branch, which is about 30 kilometers away from the border, is closed. They close at 4, so we're going to go to the border, and hopefully they have a branch open there that can return our deposit, so we can go ahead and make it into Guatemala tonight. Right now, we are approximately 2 kilometers away.
Cuidado.
Tira el agua.
So now we have to go in here to the office. I have to bring in the sheet and my passport, and then they'll give us the deposit back, and then we are free to enter Guatemala. Well, I don't know what I would do if everything went according to plan all the time. They're closed. But from what little I could understand from the conversation they were having in there is another border crossing where they will be open and they will be able to give us our deposit. If I heard that wrong, then what's going to happen is we're gonna have to wait until tomorrow. We'll have to. Caripichas. Anyway, I am now on the way, both of us, all of us, to the other border crossing where apparently the bank that I need to interact with to get my deposit isn't going to close until like 9. So should have plenty of time. Get up here, we'll get this taken care of. And we'll see what's next. So we are in Guatemala right now. I've got George and another guy that we just met up here at the border, and we have to get copies of our paperwork so that we can go into the bank and retrieve our deposit. So we're actually in Guatemala. We walked through the, I guess the human portal, if you will. Car's still over here in Mexico though, so we've made copies of our documents. We're headed back, and this should be the last step.
like I said, nobody ever said it would be easy. What an ordeal that was. We had to run a million different places. The first thing they wanted us to do was walk through where the people come through. So they checked our passports. We had to walk like 2 blocks into the city here in Guatemala to get some documents copied. Then we had to come back. They had to take pictures of the car to give me my documents back. And then I had a hell of a time trying to find my migration form, my FMM, which is the form you fill out when you enter Mexico. And then afterwards, we were able to, I had to go get the car, drive it over, and then this gentleman needed my driver's license, registration, title for the car, and my migration form, I think, and maybe something else. And they're off making copies of that. As soon as they're done, I can't wait to find a hotel and go to sleep. I'm sweaty, I'm tired, I'm burnt out, I'm tired of it. I'll be honest with you, I'm tired of this trip. I'm ready to get home, I'm ready to get to where I'm going and just relax. So here we are in Guatemala. George is over there making friends with everybody as he usually does. This guy's made copies of my documents and we're getting everything straight. All right, I don't know what in the hell is going on. This guy over here is taking 260 American dollars from me. And apparently this goes to purchase another vehicle permit, I think. I don't know. I don't speak as much Spanish as he does, and I don't really understand him. So George is back in the car about 2 blocks that way. I've had to walk all the way over here with this guy, and apparently he's going to go in and get some kind of a document that I have to drive in this country. Now, I'm hoping that this is also mostly a deposit that I'll get back when I leave the country, but I have no idea what's going on right now. Okay, I'm in a hotel. I think I have it figured out, and dear God, there's a couple of other things that we have to do in the morning. Apparently somebody's closed, and we have to go by such and such window over here to get something else. I'm not too sure. These guys were a little bit pushy, a little bit aggressive, but it seems like everything is square. The guy didn't give me my money back. Apparently he's going to come meet me in the morning to go help me finish up the rest of my documents. I don't like that. And yeah, we'll see if he shows up. I got a phone number for him, and I know what he looks like, so I guess we'll find out. I hope he does. That's all the cash I have. Well, that was weird. I don't know why the power just went out. I'll be honest with you. First impression of Guatemala, the street food smells amazing. I mean, walking down the street here is just like, but like so far, like the vibe here, I don't know, man. I don't know. I like Mexico better, I'll be honest. So far, maybe that'll change. Had a wonderful time in Mexico. Besides getting searched 7 times. But, you know, you take the good with the bad. All right, guys. So far, Guatemala does not pass the vibe check. The vibe is off here. Both of us feel it. We don't know who the hell this guy was from last night, honestly. He was running back and forth from the border, helping us out. He took 260 American dollars from me and went into some office, came out, and when he came out, I was recording a video of just myself, and he came out and he was very angry with me. He was very upset. Told me I can't record here, mucho problemas, you know, that I can't record, no phones in this area, or something like that. And that was sketchy to me. This guy was probably like, I mean, no shit, probably like 4'11". He was one of the shortest people I've ever seen in my life. And I got him on film there walking into the office. Well, it's 6 in the morning now. He's supposed to meet us here at like 8. If he doesn't, I'm gonna call the police and we're gonna figure out what the fuck's going on with this. But we may or may not have been scammed last night. These people were weird. There was this guy at first, and then 2 more came up. None of them looked official. They were trying to separate me and George. It's been weird here. So the hotel itself is not terrible. I mean, it's fairly nice here. And if we look over here, this river, oh, we can see some people crossing. This is the border with Mexico. Mexico's right over there. So we're in Guatemala, just over the border. We still have to go through the inspection station, which was closed yesterday. And we don't know if we got finessed by these couple of guys yesterday or not. They may have gotten me for $260. They didn't look official. The vibe was weird. They were trying to separate me and George. Yeah, we don't know. So he's supposed to be here within a couple of hours. He's not. I'm calling the